This is the Viltrox K90, a 3-foot RGB tube light that might just be the best budget-friendly option out there. Alright, technically the diffusion surface is 36.5 inches, but it's just nice to see something in between the usual 2 and 4 foot options. The first thing I noticed when I picked one of these things up was just how lightweight it was for its size. It's about 20% lighter than the Amaran PT2C, which is a 2-foot tube light that's not particularly heavy. So if you're into light painting or just want something for general handheld use, these are going to be a great option even at their 3-foot size. The body of the K90 is made of metal with plastic end caps and of course a plastic diffuser on front that leans more towards the opaque side. That means you get a really uniform look across the entire surface and you can't easily see the individual LEDs inside. And that's just a better look if you plan to use these as practicals in frame. On the ends are 1/4-inch threaded holes and they don't have built-in magnets, but each light comes with 2 mounting clips that have both strong magnets and additional 1/4-inch threaded holes. You get 2 clips per light and you can position them anywhere on the back of the light, so they give you a lot of mounting flexibility. Combined, all the holes on the lights and the clips let you easily set these up on a light stand either vertically or horizontally, and of course you can throw a ball head in there if you need to get other angles. On the back is the screen, USB-C port, power button, and 4 other buttons for control. In CCT mode, you can adjust the color temperature from 2500 to 8500 Kelvin in increments of 100, and the brightness from 0 to 100 in increments of 1%. You also get green magenta tint control, which is a big bonus because you typically only see that on higher end lights, and I'll cover that a little more later. You get both HSI and RGBW modes for color, plus 26 total special effects to choose from. Some of the special effects are more realistic and useful than the others, but the more the merrier. You also get remote control with a mobile app or the RC11 controller if you're looking for a dedicated hardware remote instead. The mobile app not only lets you control individual or groups of lights, but it also drastically expands the functionality of these lights. It gives you XY coordinate mode and gel modes for color, including both Lee and Roscoe gel presets. It also opens up a lot more customization options for the special effects, allowing you to adjust things like the speed and the color for everything. Again, a lot of these things you only see on higher end lights, so I was pleasantly surprised to see it all in the app. These lights do have internal batteries that run for 70 minutes at 100% brightness in CCT mode, or even longer in the color modes since the red, green, and blue LEDs use less power than the white ones. They recharge via USB-C and support USB fast charging up to 35 watts. That means you can drastically extend the runtime or even run these lights indefinitely when you have them plugged in. They do come with USB cables, but not the actual fast charger, so if you want to maximize their charging speed or run them at high brightness for a really long time, you'll want to get one of those separately. I kind of like it that way because then you can choose to get a single, higher powered multi-port charger if you want, or if you're like me, you have a bunch laying around, so it kind of saves you money not having to pay for it included in the kit. Another great way to extend the battery life on these lights is to attach a V-mount battery or a power bank directly to the back. You can use something like a V-mount clamp that you use with a light stand and clamp it directly onto the light, or you can use something like a power bank holder with a 1/4-inch screw and attach it to the clips that come with the lights. Pretty much all V-mount batteries support USB nowadays, so it's a great way to get nearly infinite swappable power and also not have cables hanging down on the ground. Even a small 50 watt-hour V-mount battery will double the runtime of the K90. Now, my biggest concern with budget-friendly lights is always with color accuracy, so I tested the K90 with my Sekonic C800 and got the following results. With the K90 set to 3200 Kelvin, I got an actual CCT of 3149 Kelvin, a brightness of 1090 lux, and a color correction number with the tint adjusted of exactly 0. I also got a CRI of 93.3 and an SSI versus the tungsten standard of 84, which is very good. The CRI is slightly lower than we're used to seeing because the individual R9 value is on the lower end, but I'm not concerned about that at all. As long as the majority of the other values are in the 90s, I'm totally fine with the R9 being in the 80s for a light like this. With the K90 set to 5500 Kelvin, I got an actual CCT of 5283 Kelvin, a brightness of 1100 lux, and a color correction number with the tint adjusted again of 0. I also got a CRI of 95.6 and an SSI versus the daylight standard of 73, which is great. The same thing goes here for the individual R9 and R12 values. All the other R values are high, and more importantly, the SSI is great, so I don't have any worries here. I also want to bring attention to the fact that these lights are pretty bright for their size, coming in at 1/3 stop brighter than something like the Amaran T4C, which is a 4-foot tube. Overall, these lights will serve you well when it comes to color accuracy, and the inclusion of tint control is a huge bonus. It allows you to perfectly match these lights with any other lights in your scene to avoid any unwanted green or magenta color cast. These lights are sold in pairs, so you get 2 lights, 2 USB cables, 4 total mounting clips, and a carrying case. The case they come in is padded, zippered, and has Velcro straps inside to keep the lights secure during travel. The K90 kits retail for $229, but I have seen them on sale for as low as $199. I think they're great value at full price, and if you can ever find them on sale, they're very hard to beat considering the features that you get. They also have the 2-foot K60 and the 1-foot K21 with varying feature sets and accessories if you're looking for something even more compact. Overall, I highly recommend the Viltrox K90 because I think they punch well above their weight for their price with their high brightness, mobile app support, and some advanced features like tint control. But what do you think? Leave a comment and let me know if you would pick these lights over the alternatives. Links are in the description, and if you buy anything at all after clicking my links, that's the best way to support my channel at no extra cost to you. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.